My son's fingers were still wrapped around mine when my mother said it, calmly, like she was discussing the weather. Your son doesn't need them. Her kids deserve it more. Don't be upset. She slid the Universal Studios tickets from my hand with the same ease she used when straightening tablecloths, as if it were her right. My sister stood behind her, grinning like she'd already won. Of course, she chimed, my kids should have a special experience. My son's breath hitched. Then he cried, quiet at first, then broken. That was the moment something in me clicked. Not shattered, not cracked, clicked. Because this wasn't new. This was simply the final insult, and it was going to be the last. People think betrayal arrives loudly. Mine came over years, small cuts disguised as family favors. When my mother first held my son in the hospital, I thought we were beginning again, that the fractures between us could be mended by innocence. She stroked his cheek and whispered, "I'll always be fair." I believed her. Back then, my sister and I weren't enemies. We were close enough to share clothes, secrets, even dreams. But her neediness grew teeth. Every achievement I earned became something she felt owed, and our mother always sided with her. Still, I tried. I let holidays slide, let comments pass, let unfairness be excused as just how family is. But motherhood changes the angles of everything. What I would swallow for myself, I would not swallow for my son. The clues began appearing slowly. My mother forgetting to include him in outings while taking my sister's kids everywhere, gifts disappearing, plans rearranged without informing me. And then the tickets. The birthday surprise I had saved for, planned for, imagined through my son's eyes. I noticed the shift before it happened, the way my mother had asked when we were going, how my sister lingered around the envelope on my counter. I caught the look they exchanged, quick and practiced. When the tickets went missing, I didn't search wildly. I simply asked, "Where are they?" My mother didn't even blink. With me. Something inside me went still. Not cold, clear. They expected me to plead. I didn't. Planning didn't take long. Revenge rarely does when the path has already been paved by someone else's arrogance. I made a call. Just one. Customer service. Replacement tickets. My name, my ID, my purchase history. The originals, stolen and now illegal for use, were flagged, voided. I printed the confirmation and tucked it into my bag, right next to the lesson they were about to learn. I didn't tell my son. I wanted his joy real, not rehearsed. I said only, "We'll still have our day." He believed me, unlike them. And so here we were, Universal Studios gates looming high, families buzzing around us, my mother holding the stolen tickets like they were trophies. My sister's kids bounced on their toes. My mother handed the tickets to the staff member with a smug nod. Then her face drained, slowly at first, then all at once. I don't understand," she stammered. "These tickets were reported stolen," the employee said. "They're invalid." My sister's smile collapsed. No, they're ours. They were mine," I said. Both women froze at the sound of my voice in that steady tone I save for moments of truth. My son's hand tightened around mine, confusion shifting into dawning understanding. "I reported them stolen the moment you took them from my house," I continued. "Replacement tickets are under my name, which means," I nodded toward the entrance gate, "my son and I can go in. You can't." My mother opened her mouth, but I raised a hand, not to silence her, but to mark the moment. "For years," I said, "you taught me to stay quiet so you and my sister could take whatever wasn't yours. But you made the mistake of thinking I'd let you treat my son the same way." My sister tried laughing. It shook. "Come on, we're family." "Exactly," I said, "and you taught me how family shouldn't behave. Consider this my graduation. Her face twisted, but the staff member was already waving me forward. "Enjoy your day." I did. My son did. We screamed on rides, ate too much sugar, created the memory he deserved. Behind us, they argued, cursed, tried negotiating with rules that didn't bend for their entitlement. Revenge is rarely loud. It's the subtle reshaping of power, the shifting of who gets to walk through the gate and who gets left outside. As my son fell asleep in the back seat that evening, clutching a souvenir wand, I felt something uncoil in my chest, relief, sharp and clean. That day wasn't about tickets. It was about reclaiming the story, and I did it exactly the way they never expected. Quietly, intelligently, and without mercy.